Hello, everyone. Let's try that again. Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of Find Ways to Win. I am your host, Fitzgerald Stevens. I hope you guys are having a great, incredible morning or evening, whatever part of the world you're in. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning in yet again. I hope you don't get tired of that broken record, but I really appreciate those who support me and that support what we're trying to do over here. Very grateful for it. This will be my 100th video, and which kind of goes right along with the topic of what I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about. It's simply called "Do Not Despise Small Beginnings." Do not despise small beginnings. If you're going to start out on a endeavor, if you're going to look to achieve great things, remember they must first sometimes just start out as small things. Often they must start as small things. What is it that Hewitt Packard, Hewitt Packard, Dell Computer, Harley Davidson. These were built out of Dell Computer was built out of a dorm room when Michael Dell decided to start it when he was going to University of Texas. Hewitt Packard, Harley Davidson, among a few, were built out of garages. And you look back to the early inceptions of Apple when Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak was getting to put that together. They didn't start out to be the huge juggernaut company it is right now. They just started off small, and they just kept working and working, gaining momentum until now that we know to be as a household name. Same thing can be said for Jeff Bezos, Amazon, or eBay, or any of the number of titans that seemingly been around forever, but someone had to go ahead and get going. Someone had to get started, and so is this with you. If you're going to achieve great things, don't despise the small things. Don't despise the small beginning. Listen, you can already be a giant with your vision and within your heart and what you're trying to accomplish. But to other people, look like you're nothing. Look like you're just you're just some no wannabe entrepreneur, and that's fine for taking the ridicule far as with that. Expect that. Expect the criticism when expect not to be taken serious when you're trying to do a great work at something you believe in. But ladies and gentlemen, the most important thing is just to get started. And as you start, celebrate the victories. If you're just starting something and you just have one computer or just one cell phone in order and you just have a small Instagram page or you're doing a lot of self promoting, don't despise that. You're doing what the giant people are doing, the giant corporations, should I say, doing. You're in pursuit of a customer. You're in pursuit of gaining an audience. You're in pursuit of nurturing that audience until it becomes one, two, 2,000, 3,000, 200,000, 2 million, 10 millions, and soon you could have a global presence. And you just started at your kitchen table. You just started out of your home office and things. People are gravitating towards your vision. You can't curse your work by saying this is not going anywhere. This will never grow. I have said it many a times. Sometimes these overnight success stories you see take 20 years. 20 years behind the scenes, grinding, putting in the work, building the distribution of networks, building a customer base, building the logistics and everything that you need to become a mighty titan of a company. You have to be willing to do the groundwork to put those things in place. If you're starting out and you're going on a project that is very important to you, don't expect to remain the same person once you cross the finish line that you were before when you started. You're going to change. You're going to grow. You're going to develop new people skills. You're going to shed some stuff off your life that is hindering you. You're going to get more fortitude, and you're going to get more charisma rather, and you're going to be able to relate to people more. You're going to be able to relate to finances more. You're going to understand sacrifice and discipline more because you realize the place that you're trying to go. Sometimes you got to become a better version of yourself or a total different version of yourself in order to reach that prize. But you're certainly not just gonna discount your hard work. You're not going to sit there and just say, "Hey, this is not growing," or "I'm not doing," or "I should be further along," or "Look at that guy down the road," or "Look at that person. We start off at the same time, and they're way over here, and I'm still seem like crawling." You have to forget that. You have to look away from that. The only thing you need to keep your eyes on is where you're going, where you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve. You're only running a race against yourself. And so you want to be celebratory in your actions, provided you're out there doing the proper actions, provided you're putting in the work, provided you're taking responsibility, which is the main crux of this channel, putting in the work, taking in responsibility, provided you're making good decisions, provided you're being disciplined in your thoughts, your actions, and provided you're able to galvanize support to your cause, and you're able to put a team together. It may start as one person you're able to add. That's someone who you can pay at the moment, or maybe someone who believes in you enough to volunteer some of their time with, and they're working on a part-time basis to help you grow. Well, you be appreciative of that, and then when it comes time when as you begin to grow and begin to expand and begin to develop more, hey, you want to start paying them a salary. You want to start paying them for their time, because a good talent is something that's going to be sorely needed if you're going to expand your brand. If you're going to expand what you're trying to do, you have to be able to retain and attract talent. And good talent doesn't come cheap. You have to have something that they can see that's going to be a benefit to them in order to link themselves to your vision. And you also have to remember, perhaps they have a vision too. Perhaps they have something too, but perhaps they see that they can accomplish their vision by helping you accomplish those. Don't despise small beginnings. Be grateful and thankful for the streams of income you or access to credit you may have. Be it a credit card, be it friends and family, be it a small loan, or be it you got friends that will seek enough to give you small cash app donations, or anything it's going to take to get your project off the ground, because you're going to have capital. You're going to have finances in order to purchase the better equipment, in order to expand your brand, in order to gain a greater audience reach. And who cares if you got little small donations coming in, $5, $10, $2, $1, $20 here and here, or even $100 there. If you start creating those income streams, just a little can become so much. So you have to act like you're a winner, because you are, before you see the fruition of your work, of what you're trying to do. You dare not get out there and stop and go, and you're working one moment, you're quitting one moment, you're on top of the mountain, and you're at one moment, you're in the valley the next. You talk about how great the vision is one day, and all the things you hope to achieve, and what your goal is, and how it's going to bring freedom to you and masses of people. Then next day you don't even think you got anything worthwhile. You can't be double-minded when you're trying to move to success. You have to be single-minded of focus. You have to be laser focused what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve, and know that you have something that makes a difference. As those small beginnings become larger. Still, stay hungry or stay thirsty, my friends, as the commercial would say. You have to work, 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 plan, rest, work, celebrate, back to work, and you always got to keep resetting those goals to have a bigger vision as far as a bigger vision for yourself, and a bigger vision for us what you're trying to achieve. See, the enemy of success is comfort. You can get in a comfort zone. You can, wow, now you're able to pay some bills. Now you're able to you grown this thing up to a little side income. Okay, it's taking some pressure off your household finances, and lo and behold, you keep growing and you keep grinding, and pretty soon your side income or your goal is starting to equal your full time income. And then you keep going and keep going, and pretty soon you're making 1.5 times, even twice, as far as what you was actually doing on your full time income. Be very, very careful at that stage. That's actually one of the most dangerous stage to your success, because now you're getting comfortable. You have to go into work on someone's schedule, like what you was trying to get off. You don't necessarily. You could take a few extra vacations here, and you have a time for a couple of toys and trinkets that you couldn't buy because your income wasn't enough, and maybe you start to rest a little bit too long. Maybe you start to take a little breaks too long. Maybe you're just simply not hungry as you was. Maybe you're like saying, okay, this is good enough. I'm at a point where I even more, even kind of didn't even dream. I mean, I'm not under financial stress. The spouse is good, the children are good, and I'm cool. And then you stop doing the things that got you there, and lo and behold, you start retracting. You start sliding downhill. And now, as the song would say by a group I used to listen to, still do, Van Halen. The name of the song is Right Now. It talks about now you got to run to get even. You got to run to get even. Never fall behind in your momentum. Never fall behind in your momentum. Momentum is a powerful, powerful thing, and you want to keep it going. To keep it going is real, real easy, but to restart it back up once you allow it to stop, it's very, very difficult. You want to keep expanding. You want to keep it growing. Okay, we've opened this market right here. All right, what else can we get into? Who else needs our service? What other products can we offer the market? Okay, this goal is going pretty good. All right, now I'm good. My executive team is doing what can we do to go into other fields that will enhance the quality of other people's lives? How can we gather more profit in there? How can we expand more? We started off as far as within our neighborhood. Now eventually we had a vision to move within our city. Now we're in our city. Now eventually we had to move to take over the entire county. Now we're achieving that. Okay, we want to add a couple more counties on. Now we're going after the whole state. Now eventually we're going at that state. Now we're going to a region. Now we're going that region. We're going to expand into other regions. Maybe we start off at the south, and now we want to go up to the southwest. Now we want to go to the Pacific Northwest, and we're going to go back over to Northeast, and we're the Midwest, and now we're in all those markets. Okay, maybe it's time for us to start looking at Canada. Maybe it's time for us to start looking at England stuff. You see how you're constantly focusing and constantly looking on expansion, but all those started out as small beginnings. Small beginnings that you chose to add into. You're not to despise small beginnings. You're not to think that they don't matter, because they do matter. You doubt that? Just go ahead and clog your kitchen sink, and just let your turn on your faucet, but let it just do a drip. Let it just do one drip at a time. Eventually, if nothing happens to that, it's going to overflow, and it's going to flow all over the place. The drips do matter. One raindrop at a time will create a mighty flood, and you have to think in that. You have to think in that way. You have to look at things. Say, hey. As long as I keep bringing just a little, just get the base hit, just get the base hit. You're gonna eventually cross home plate, just enough. Many of us have heard the analogy of the penny doubling every day, and for 30 days that you're a millionaire. It's just one penny. One penny, one becoming two, two becoming four, four becoming eight, and so and forth on. And then you're pretty soon it's multiplied into a millionaire status. See, that's what life is at. That's what small beginnings are like. No wonder God Almighty says, don't despise small beginnings, because small beginnings constantly being added to constantly being developed, constantly being poured into, can add up into mighty floods. It is possible for a small stream to become a mighty river, to become something that eventually you could say a mighty ocean, because it's keep gathering strength and gathering strength. Momentum, 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 momentum. Ladies and gentlemen, momentum, momentum. You don't want to stop. Once you get something going, once you find something that you see is working for you, or bit that you see working for you, you stick with that, and you constantly keep adding on to it, and I appreciate you, Snuggle668, for saying making a YouTube shorts. Okay, I'll look at that. I appreciate that, and thank you for your comment too, Mr. Nathan Hopkins. You're just adding to it. Remember, it's easier to maintain momentum than it is to refire up momentum once you allow it to stop. But all this came from small beginnings. All this came from an attitude, hey, I'm grateful. At least I started. When I started this YouTube channel, it's gone on 2 years, and I'm just adding on to it, adding on to it. We got our first video out, okay? Then we made another video now, and then we start picking up one customer, and then two subscribers, and then three things, and then it start multiplying. So now we're happy to say, hey, this is the 100th video of the channel, but you think I'm going to stop at 100? No, man, I want to keep going. I want to keep going. I want to keep going, because I see that momentum is picking up right here. The big thing I have to do, and anyone has to do to start something out, is you got to maintain discipline. You got to do the thing when you don't want to do it. I have things to do just like everyone else on the sound of my voice, but there are difference between having things to do and doing the important things. You got to separate. There are things that you do out there, and then there are the important things, the critical things that you have to get done. The critical things that's going to expand you into something far greater than you are right now. I haven't even started on writing my books or doing podcasts or merchandise and stuff. All that's going to come. But what I'm trying to do is right now is the main thing. Build up an audience. Keep putting content out there that the public wants to see, wants to hear, needs to see, needs to hear, and as long as they give support with that, that lets me know that I'm being effective. When the support is not coming, that lets me know I need to change what I'm doing, get more effective what I'm doing, or just realize the fact that hey, I need to become a better version in order to be very, very able to more communicate my vision, what we're trying to go. And so it is. But I didn't despise small. I don't sit up there and compare myself to anyone, anyone as far as within my sphere or of this. Let's just say this. The YouTube sphere. I don't consider there compare myself to anyone. I don't run anyone's race. I only run mine. I have a personal friend of mine that has a subscriber base of 108,000 subscribers that he built organically from the ground up. Personal friend of mine. But I don't look at him. I do go to him as far as for pointers. Show me how to do what you did. What about this? What about that? Because I'm still learning my craft. But eventually I'm going to be very, very good at it. Even astonishing, very much more effective. I don't take the victories or the small beginnings for granted, because it's a privilege to be able to come out here and speak on this platform. It's a privilege to grow other businesses I've been a part of. It's a privilege to be able to make myself better, to earn more in the marketplace or deliver more value to the various employers or the various partners I choose to team up with. That's not something you take lightly. But as anything, you want your degree of success. You want a degree of success. Success is not only measured monetarily, that's all a part of it. It's also more important to me. It's monetary with a quality of life. What's the end goal, Fitzgerald? What do you want? I want control of my time without being limited by resources, financial resources. I want to be able to travel where I want, stay as long as I want, go where I go when I want, and I want to be able to do these things without having to worry about where's the money is going to come from. Will the money stop? Or better yet, does someone have the power to take my income for me? Like I've been many times on these jobs who seem to relish in holding that carrot over your head if you don't conform to their ways, no matter how foolish or petty you deem them. They just love to take away your income. We live in a culture right now that's called the cancel culture. If you don't appease someone, if you say truth, but someone doesn't like the way your truth is said, for one, the first thing they want to do is attack your income. And yes, I see it happening in YouTube spaces too, and I see it happening in other public spaces. Now, I'm not talking about someone doing something so grievous that it doesn't matter. It doesn't merit some type of repercussion because of grievous behavior. For example, racist people coming up there and just because someone got another skin tone, or they think they're superior, or they think they just act any kind of way, or any other number of foolish actions like that. Yeah, they should definitely have consequences for that, because if the consequence is what deter the behavior in the first place. But when you're talking about someone just speaking their mind, giving a opposing view, and they're doing it in terms of professionalism, and sometimes professionalism can be seen as disrespectful. All depends on what the audience member is doing like that. You don't have a right to call for their livelihood. It's like those. It's like the silly people that power police interactions. But that say, well, we got a call. Well, you never know who the caller is. We can investigate it. Then if the police get over zealous and often too cocky or too out of pocket, acting like a criminal gang, hiding behind a badge of diplomatic immunity, and they violate someone's rights because someone made a call, and then to find out it was false and stuff like that. There ought to be repercussions to that caller who did that, and there ought to be repercussions to those police who violate that. See, we all have rules we need to follow. No one is above the law, but it's up to you to steward your vision. You got to nurture it. You got to baby it. You got to protect it. And the number one thing, you celebrate each and every victory. Each and every victory you're going to celebrate. You're going to celebrate those victories if they are major, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen, they are. Small victories will lead to major victories. Small victories will give you experience to capture bigger victories and bigger victories and bigger victories and bigger victories. Okay, you have one contract. Okay, you perform well on it. They give you referrals and stuff. Your name starts getting out there. Okay, you parlay that to a bigger contract, and to a bigger contract, and to a bigger contract, and pretty soon you're competing in the millionaires arenas, in the millionaire club. You're competing in the big boys club, because guess what? Your name is up there too. So if you seek to learn, you have to seek to understand the rules of the game. You have to understand the rules of the game. For example, two things that's going to be very, very important. That's going to be very, very important in your success and the success of a human being. The two things that come off the mind. Of course, there are others, but I'm going to use these two right here. Number one, you must know how to deal with people in various relationships, business, personal. You got to learn how to do that professionally. You must learn skill with people. You have to learn that, no exceptions. And number two, you better learn about how money works. How money works. Not just making money. Anyone can make money. A child can open up a lemonade stand and make money. I'm talking about making money, make money, and more money for you. I'm talking about learning how to make money while you sleep. I'm talking about learning about various loans and loan terms, and learn about various structures of how to grow wealth and how to keep money coming. How to keep money coming in even when you're not working. You have to learn about that because you're going to need it. You're going to need it on God's earth. You may not need it in his heaven, but I assure you're going to need it on his earth. And you only have so much time in the day. The Bible talks about multiplying, not necessarily addition, not necessarily addition. It talks about multiplying. What are you doing to multiply your skills? What are you doing? Are you one of those people who are giving over your finance saying, I got people and they know more about your money, even though you're out there making it? What did you do? You're at a sore disadvantage. Are you one of those people, who giving your business over to, and they know more about it than you? That is definitely going off on the wrong track. And the number one decision is, where are you going to spend eternity? Where are you going to spend eternity? Well, Fitzgerald, hey, yeah, you know what? As my precious mother taught me very, very well, we didn't come here to stay. We didn't come here to stay. What are you planning for your life after this life? Because believe me, you're going to have one. You will live forever. Not necessarily in his body, but you will live forever. Your choice is here, and who you decide to believe in will determine where you stay. Will determine where you go after that. And there is an eternity afterwards. So don't despise small beginning. You're in there trying to build your body. You're tired of being physically weak or sick and things like that. Well, you can start by one push-up at a time. You can start by walking around your house one lap, and then they grow into 2 laps. You can join a martial arts class and learn discipline, and learn how to learn how to fight. You can join a Toastmaster class, learn how to speak properly, learn how to handle public speaking. Another thing has to be a terror. It's only a terror if you don't get started. Don't despise small beginnings, ladies and gentlemen. Don't despise small beginnings. I'm not understanding this comment. Snuggle glasses sixes. I thought you people called money the devil. Who are you people? And money is not of the devil. No, you need money on there. But that's a comment that I'm really not going to entertain. But I very much will disagree, especially with you people. So that's racist. So hey, let's clear that up right now. We can't have the kind of language on my channel like that. I don't deal with that. So not unless you tell me definitively something else I'm missing right here. Please don't write anything on my channel like that again. Now, what you guys want to understand? Every day is your choice whether you're going to progress. Every day is your choice. Every day you decide whether or not you are going to be great or pursue greatness. You decide who you want to be. You decide primarily by your actions, by what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all out there. I mean, we live in a day and age where there should be no such thing as ignorance. I mean, you can pick up a handheld computer called a smartphone and you have more access than practically people throughout the people in past times would have dreamed of. They can have that. You can turn on your computer. You find these various search engines that lead you into anything you need to learn. You can just learn about getting a college education in the comfort of your home without taking out the student loans. And so it's up to you. What you're trying to do, and what are you trying to go, and who you're trying to be, and who you desire to be. In my mind, you're already great. But you are literally already great. You just got to act upon it. You just got to believe it and act upon it. Not so much talk about it, it's just acting upon it. Have your plan. Be able to for that plan to be expandable. Be able to have contingency plans in there, in case the road to reaching your goal, you have to go another way. Don't necessarily change the goal. Sometimes you have to go around. You have to find another method in order to achieve it. In case one of your things fall through, and to have a way to defend your progress. Be able to build up resolute and resolve that, hey, I'm at least I'm out there doing something. Allow people to criticize you. Don't take that into your spirit, man. One of the most powerful words you're gonna learn as you start growing and maturing, and as you start focusing, and you start becoming that leader that's already in you. One of the most powerful words you're gonna have to add to your vocabulary is called no. No, not everything is going to fit into where you're going. Not everyone is going to fit into where you're going. So you got to be vehemently protective of that. Hey guys, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. New subscribers, hey, I appreciate you guys coming along. The channel is growing. The old subscribers, man, thank you guys for your support. I really, really appreciate it. I'm asking you guys to share this channel just with just one person, not 3, 4, 5. If you want to, that's cool. But just one person, because just trying to grow this channel. Really believe we have something great over here, and really believe that it can hit my long-term goal of having 1 million subscribers. I'm just adding one at a time, one at a time, and I'm thankful for each and every one of it. And until then, you guys enjoy your day. I appreciate you so much. Make it a great day. Expect to win and be a winner.